Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Smash for Monday, December 4th, 2023. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Greetings from Pickleball Partytown. We have some great gossip coming up. Some stuff Kelly has learned about what happened at the Quiet Woman over the weekend involving one.
Not even over the weekend. It was on Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday night. Okay, that's coming up. Also, some stories about Vicki Gunvalson and her boyfriend Mike who were here, and Kelly and I wanted to talk about one good deed leading to another.
Yeah.
But first, you may have heard us talking about Switch Away USA and our Switch team and our Switch community. And if you want to be part of this thing, supporting American-made small business and moving your money away from the big box stores, we're about to kick this thing off. We're building that community. We have a bunch of people signed up. And if you want to be part of this thing, there's a link in our description for this show. One of our smashers or community members will reach out to you and help you join us as we get ready to launch our big Switch campaign for non-toxic, safer products in our home that are made right here in America.
Wow. I love it.
Yeah. Also, real quick, Christmas is coming up. We still have our 2-for-1 special on our pickleball paddles and balls. You want to show them our product there, babe? All you have to do is order one at pickleballpartytown.store, and I'll send you 2 paddles. Order 1 box of balls, and I'll send you 2 boxes of balls. So just buy 1, get 1 free, paddles and balls at pickleballpartytown.store. Woo!
Woo!
Okay, so great weekend here in the desert.
Great weekend. Julie came in with her girlfriend, Mila. That was so much fun.
It was.
Having her.
They were
we didn't hang out with her.
No, because they were in the hot tub for 8 hours.
I wonder how much that's going to be.
I don't care. I'm glad that she made the trip out.
Yeah, it was nice. It was cute. They were taking pictures and photo ops, and you know, I just love that.
Well, she loves coming here, which is great.
Shocking, right? Teenagers don't really want to hang out with their parents. Right?
No,
she didn't really hang out with us. She just came, which I was really happy that she did. And it was great to have Vicki see Jolie, because Vicki really hasn't seen Jolie, I mean, in a while. So she couldn't believe how big she was.
Because she knew Jolie when she was
in 3rd grade. Jolie's going to be a senior.
Like what, 8 years old?
Yeah. Crazy.
And Mike was here obviously as well with Vicki.
I mean, what a fantastic, I set them up. It is so cool to see. I was telling Rick, he doesn't know the story, but Rick never watched me before with Vicki, but Vicki and I were pretty vicious to each other. We were very vicious with each other. We were really good friends. I felt like she had my back, but you know, during the Ireland trip, she felt like she wanted to be like with the cool people. But she knows my heart. I know her heart. We weren't the kindest to each other. I think we've all been like that through friends or family, or
where you get estranged.
Or you said things that were, you know, are hurtful, and then you just fall out of friendship or just don't have a relationship anymore. But she broke up with Steve Lodge, and I could not stand that guy. I just thought he was just the worst person. And like for her, I mean, maybe not for other people, but I never liked him. And I was, my friend Mike Smith, he's been my friend ever since I lived here. He's friends with all my friends. Newport's very small. And he was single. Vicki was single. And, well, anyway, no, before that, I was talking to, Tamara called me. And Tamara was fired, I was fired. And Shannon didn't want to talk to I'm so sorry. Oh, there she is. Shannon didn't want to talk to Tamara or Vicki at the time. But, you know, I was fired and I felt, okay, well, maybe these women have, you know, they're not working for Bravo anymore. Maybe they changed. Vicki calls me and she says, hey, I just want you to know I'm really, really sorry for all the things that happened between you and I. Steve and I broke up, and I want to tell you that I love you and I want to have a relationship with you, and I'm sorry for all the things that went on.
That is so nice, first and foremost.
So nice.
And so big of her to reach out, to do the right thing, to do a good thing.
Yeah.
To try and patch.
I at all. I mean, I did some pretty nasty, awful things to her too. I called her like a pig and stuff, but I didn't think she looked like a pig. I just said that because I knew it bothered her because Slade said it, Gretchen's husband.
Yeah.
So I knew it bothered her, so that's why I said that, because I knew it.
I just want to say one other thing about this before you continue, is that both Tamara and Vicki reached out. Tamara, we all know, is I mean, she's not a good person, I don't think.
No.
I mean, she does things with the wrong intent, in my opinion. But Vicki does things
just
with...
cares about herself.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about anybody else. She cares about her and her family, and that's it.
So if reaching out to you, she thought might benefit her in some way, then she would do it. But in Vicki's case, she reached out because she genuinely wanted to rekindle your friendship and be close with you.
Right. So I knew she was lonely, and I knew my friend Mike, I thought they would be great, because she had all this list of a business owner, somebody that, a cowboy, somebody has great, a great family, a great dad, like all these list of things. I'm like, Mike Smith, like, so.
Who's my age, by the way. We're like 3 months apart.
And she's what, 60, I think? I think she's 60?
61,
something like that. Yeah. And so I'm like, well, this is would be great. So we introduced them. We went to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, she said to me when she was here, she's like, I just want to say thank you for introducing me to him. And they look like they have such a wonderful relationship.
They get along great.
They get along great. They're partners.
Uh-huh.
It's like when you get to that age, you get lonely and you want a partner.
Mm-hmm.
They just seem like they belong together. And they have like a healthy sex relationship, and they told me, and it makes me feel so good. Like they're close.
And it wouldn't have happened if she hadn't reached out to you and done the right thing, and one good deed led to another. And I just find that so refreshing and so remarkable, and so it's a great reminder for everyone.
Right.
To do the right thing, do something nice for somebody, and you're most likely going to get something in return down the road. And that's not the reason to do something nice. You should do something nice to do something nice. But people who do nice things like that, at least in this case, I mean, she was rewarded. How neat is that? I just find that so spectacular. It's really
And it was really
great.
neat to be with them over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
She is hysterical.
So funny.
You've never really spent time with her, really, like.
I mean, just the times that we got out to dinner, or whatever.
You really get to know somebody when they stay with you, right?
Yeah.
And Rick goes, she's a trip.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
She's hilarious.
But it was really nice to have them here. Really nice to spend time with them, and we have a couple other stories to talk about. But I did want to mention a couple other things that happened this weekend. One of them was when we got here Friday night. We go to bed and it's freezing.
No, we went to the Nest. Well, let's talk about when we went to the Nest.
Oh, okay.
So they get here. We go to the Nest Friday night.
Yeah.
Who do we see? Don Gunvalson.
I didn't know who this guy was.
Ex-husband.
Yeah,
I guess he lives here in the desert.
Yeah.
I brought him back like this.
Kelly goes off to the bathroom. We're sitting at the table upstairs, like in the back, overlooking the dance floor. Kelly leaves to go to the bathroom. She comes back in like 30 seconds with some dude.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen him like in 10 years."
Yeah.
It was just that was weired. That was funny. I'm like, could you imagine if there was cameras right here, right now?
Yeah, she was so
How
flustered.
funny that would be. She was. But Don is really a good stepdad to Brianna. I guess he goes over there all the time.
So then we get home and we go to bed. And Vicki and Mike, they have their own. They were staying back in this room, which has its own AC and heat unit. The rest of the house is controlled primarily by a unit on the roof. We go to bed and the heat doesn't seem to be working. I come out here.
I'm sick. You guys know I'm like sick, right?
Yeah.
So I'm cold. Like I'm shivering.
You're feeling better though.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling way better.
That's good.
I'm like 80%.
So I go out here to the Nest and I crank it up and it's red for heat and I set it at like 75, 80, 85 and the house just isn't getting warm. And Kelly was like, "You better fix this. I need you to fix this."
Yeah.
And I did what I could, but So finally I just turned the fan off because it was blowing cold air. And I called HG Home Services. They're awesome. They've taken very good care of us.
Wow. I mean, when I tell you this, if you guys are living in the, Southern California, HG Services is amazing.
So Cole, the son of the owner, shows up at like 9 in the morning.
Thank God.
He was here at 9:30 in the morning on Saturday. Goes up on the roof.
I'm sorry.
And he comes back down and he goes, I just want to tell you what's going on. We built this white fence, decorative fencing around the HVAC on the roof to hide it because it was a big, ugly box on the roof.
This house was built in 1950s,
yeah,
if you can imagine.
So now we have this really nice-looking white fence around the unit, but what we didn't know was a couple of the slats were right in front of the vent for the box. And so the box was smart enough when it couldn't properly vent with the heat on to shut itself down. So that's why we weren't getting heat, because the thing was built too close and didn't allow the HVAC to properly vent itself. So he unscrewed a couple of the slats. He had to take off the other section to get into the control panel. We're going to correct all of that.
Is Davy Jones going to come over?
Yeah, he's coming here this week.
And I like them too, Myriad
Construction. They did all the patio roofing, and they did the fencing around that unit. So anyway, problem solved. Thanks HG Home Services. The heat works great in here now.
Then our microwave goes out.
Yeah.
So,
So the microwave, we bought all these appliances brand new like 2 years ago, and they weren't cheap.
What's that cafe line, that GE? I think, I bought a Sub-Zero in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And that went out in a year. Like, I don't know what, I think all these appliances are just...
Our fridge shut down a few months ago, and the guy who came out here to repair it says he gets calls every day on new refrigerators where the compressors just fail.
I can tell you I'm not getting a cafe line ever. When I built that casita in the fall, I'm not buying that again.
We have to, and if you guys have suggestions on the most reliable appliances, let us know, because these things, they look great. When they work, they're awesome, but I mean, are you kidding me? Less than 2 years and 2 of our 5 appliances. Oh, and the Thor ice maker also we had issues. So 3 of the 5 major appliances we bought have
that Thor ice maker was like, what, $6,000?
It was a lot. It was like 3,000 or 4,000, I think.
Okay.
It was not cheap. None of it was. So the repairman, I got a repairman to come out here on Friday, and he looks at the microwave. He like opens it up, he scans the label, and writes up an estimate, and the visit itself was $99.95. And he goes, here's what it'll cost to repair it. $648.
That microwave I can get for $1,200 or $1,100.
$800.
Oh yeah, that's open box though. But with
Okay.
open box, there's no warranty. I don't think. We need to buy a home warranty.
So if we get the insurance, it will apply to an open box.
We have to go buy that home warranty. It's like $500 a year. It's well worth it.
Oh, it's $500 a year?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's well worth it.
Well,
I don't know why we didn't buy that. I always do that when I buy new houses.
The guy gives me this estimate for $648, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Why? He goes, fuse this, fuse that, whatever. Kelly's cousin Tony comes over. He's out in the desert for the weekend, and he goes, take the microwave out, bring it home with you, drop it off at my house, and I'll fix it for you. I'm like, really? You can fix a microwave? He goes, oh yeah, no problem. I'll fix it for you. It'll be the cost of a fuse. He's like, they're 50 cents. That's what he said.
No. He goes, was the guy that came over Russian?
Yeah, he was.
He goes, yeah, he was Russian. He's like, yeah, it was funny.
So I had to remove it, and I'm so glad he was still here, because there are 2 bolts that are like this long, come from the cabinet above down into to hold the microwave in place, and 2 screws that come up from the bottom, and the screws were easy to get out, but the bolts, he had to like hold it while I was, with the socket wrench, and then help me wiggle it out, because it's tight. It's a big microwave in a tight cabinet. But thank you, Tony, for helping with that. And speaking of cousin Tony, I have 2 other things to share. First, this video of him delivering Kelly's soup last week. Here comes cousin Tony with our soup delivery 2 nights in a row. Oh!
He won't stay here.
That's why he dropped the bag and took off. He didn't want any contact with either one of us. And then he shared this picture that's Tony, and that's Kelly. How old are you there?
I must be like 3.
And you said that what about your expression that you?
He says I have a little evil look.
I
had a little evil look back then.
I don't know if I'd use the word evil. I would sly, perhaps. Mischievous.
Yeah, I look like a little Mexican baby there, don't I?
Oh hell yeah! So that's.
I look like a little brown baby there. Oh yeah, but I'm racist.
That was then. This is now. Okay. Oh, finally, the piece of gossip. You want to share that piece of gossip from last week?
I'm just gonna say who called me. So my friend Desiree calls me, and she's like, it was Thursday night. And it was Friday morning when we got here, right? And so I went to the outlets. That Cabazon has got the best stuff. Just FYI.
I got some good shirts.
Good stuff. And I get this call from my friend Desiree, and she's like, dude. I go, what? She's like, Alexis Bellino was at the Quiet Woman with John Janssen, acting like a fool, blah, 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 blah. And
didn't she say they were making out?
She's like, they were making out. I'm like, well, why didn't you get a video? She's like, I don't know. I could have totally sold it to TMZ. She's like, I just got, like, I couldn't believe it, right? So I guess she calls Shannon, tells her, and then Shannon calls Linda at the Quiet Woman to confirm, and it was true. And
they knew, the staff saw it.
Yeah, the staff saw it. Linda.
And confirmed Desiree's story.
Yeah, and confirmed Desiree's story.
I feel so bad for Shannon because John said he was in love with her. They were together for 4 years. They just broke up. He was there for her after her DUI. And now all of a sudden he's dating another former housewife of Orange County who some believe is angling to get back on the show. So potentially could be on the show opposite Shannon, dating Shannon's ex.
So I see Jim Bellino comes out with us on Friday night.
Friday night he was at the Nest with us.
He was at the Friday night. He's at the Nest with us, and I tell him, what happened, and you could see he's like, she needs to get a job. You know, I pay her $20,000 a month. She needs to get a job. I'm like, well, why isn't she getting a job? Those kids are big already. There's no reason for her not to work. Well, he's like, she needs to get a job.
We heard that she turned down an initial offer to come back on Housewives, and I think
maybe that was smart of her to do that. Maybe it was some kind of
negotiate employee.
Yeah,
you don't take the first offer. You negotiate and you try to get a better deal.
So now here's a picture of Tamara and Alexis, and for those who, it's just so fake and so contrived and so dirty. And so toxic.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just told Vicki, I'm like, you know, this is disgusting. You know, like, this is just, I mean, you guys empathize. Like, you're in this. It's just icky, you know?
Well, that's.
I honestly am so glad to be out of it. So we go have lunch today in La Quinta. Me, Mike, Rick, and my friend Hope, and this lady comes up to me. I think her name was Sabella.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Sabella. And she comes up to me. She goes, Kelly, I follow you on Instagram, and I just want to tell you that I have a house in Newport Beach by the Wedge, which is buku bucks.
Yeah.
And then she lives somewhere else.
L.A.
Oh, Encino. She lives in Encino. Yeah. Where all the housewives, Beverly Hills housewives. Every one of the Beverly Hills housewives, they don't live in Beverly Hills proper. They live in Encino. She goes, yeah, I see them all the time. And she's like, I just want to tell you, when I write everything down, what you're doing, she's like, I love you. She's like, I wish that you and Vicki would do your own show together, you know, something that's very authentic and real and not nasty and not toxic. And they show us having fun. It was so nice to have somebody come up.
And that kind of thing happens all the time. Actually, I shot a quick video. Let me show it real quick.
Do you miss Kelly and Vicki?
I miss Kelly and Vicki so much. So much. And quite frankly, the show has been without them.
Thank you.
So
sweet.
It's nice meeting you. Maybe I'll see you guys in Orange County.
Thank you.
It'd be so fun. It was really nice meeting you. You guys have a nice
Bye. Thank you.
See, told you.
This kind of thing happens all the time to Kelly. And I said to her and Vicki, I don't want to let any cats out of the bag, but I do believe that the two of you would be amazing on a new show showing your actual lives, real lives, and not the nonsense and fabricated stuff that we're seeing now on these alleged reality shows. And that's my pitch. I'm going to pitch it, and I want you guys to get your own show. You should.
I just don't understand how this Tamra is dirty. Okay, this chick is straight up evil Knievel. How Vicky's like she's making bank. She's like she just bought a house in Big Bear in cash. She's like she's got 3 shows on iHeartRadio. She's making $1 million on Housewives. How is it that she gets rewarded for bad behavior and I
get punished
for wanting kids to go to school, businesses to open, not wear a mask, have our civil liberties?
Yeah.
You
get ostracized.
Not having tyranny around.
Yeah.
I don't understand how evil gets rewarded.
Well,
I don't understand it.
there's room for you and Vicki and others to thrive. You have already made a new platform for yourself. This and our Patreon, the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon, which we encourage you to join. We're making our own way. And I believe you're going to get another show. And it might not be on Bravo, but you're going to get another show.
Yeah, I mean, Bravo will never take me back. You guys all know that.
Just a final reminder.
I don't even think they'll even put me on the villains.
Well, you're not really a villain.
I know, but they think. But anybody with different social thinks that they're evil, right?
Yeah.
If they think I'm evil, whatever.
Go to pickleballpartytown.store. Get your pickleballs 2 for 1, paddles 2 for 1. Great gift for Christmas. And we look forward to seeing you guys right back here tomorrow.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gossip in the morning. Have a smash-tastic day and week. It's the beginning of the week. Let's make it great for everybody. And let's make some money.
See you soon.